Hello and welcome to a quick look. I'm 6 of another free visual novel. This one being Stardust Kids, a game about, as I'm bringing up the video because I didn't actually have it prepared. Let's see. Deputy head of the UFO study club wasn't prepared for what the inspection of club's property will bring. The long-awaited summer break has to be postponed until Kurt finds a lost item, a home planetarium. A story about friendship and bonding under starry sky. Also, it wasn't me being unable to read English. The person that makes this, I believe, is Russian, so, sometimes language is a bit hard. That's why you have Duolingo. Duolingo! There's a bird that'll get angry if you don't do it every day. So, also this game was hard to try and get it to capture, because, I have to minimize the game somehow to do it. So, if you want to play this game, it's available free on itch.io, but it doesn't have a telegram. Also, as you can see with the intro thing, it has the same authors as I Promise and Great Troubles. I think it has some of the same characters. So, reset face. And start. Everything around seems to be telling me, what are you doing here, man? Tomorrow is the last school day. Holidays are coming, but you stuck here and shuffle your papers. For what? Friend? No wait, what for, friend? Isn't it better to go home and leave all this work to the head of the club, who is supposed to be doing all this? No, not better. It's a non-brainer that nobody but me will ever put everything in order here. The head, is always missing. The rest of the guys, even being in the club room, always have their heads in the clouds. Right now, Seth is lying on the couch and looks at his phone. It's a much more enthralling activity than sacrificing a few minutes to club chores. Mirror rope is no better. She refused to help me today. She refused to help me as today is her auspicious day for shopping. Pretty weird excuse. It pretty sure looked like a valid reason for missing club meetings. It surely doesn't look like valid. The rest got lost somewhere on the way from classrooms to the club room. I wonder what's going on over here. I think my mouse looks bigger because the screen's smaller. The only good thing is that they're not always like that. No need to be a psychic to understand why they're sneaking around. No one wants to put the room in proper condition before summer holidays. Well, of course, kind Kurt will clean everything himself. He always does. Are we, Kurt? I surely wants to dig the dust and breathe the dust mites more than anybody. You probably don't know that there are many dangers and pathogens of various diseases, even in ordinary dust. Or they do know that's why they neglect cleaning. Don't they feel pity for me? A familiar voice has distracted me from my thoughts. Be careful, you almost tore up this application. I glanced at Seth. He lazily slung his legs to the beat of the softly playing melody from his phone. Also, sorry, it's a bit harder, down lower there's a light that, illuminates my face to make it a bit easier to see it, but it's also since these words are a bit smaller, so it's a little bit harder for me to read. At least out loud. I look at him and realize I've seen it a million times. The same Seth in the same place. He chills on the couch so often that I've even put it on my dossier. Imagine one, of course. Where else, if not to my mind, can I keep data about every student in the school? That's his mind palace. Strengths? Good at everything. Weakness? Also, wait, this is supposed to be in America? I mean, I guess this is supposed to be, in the same school as great trouble, so of course the beginning would start with a 1. Beautiful foe. I want to be with him. What did he just say? Almost tore up an application? Damn. I clenched my fist, and a crumpled paper fell out of it. I didn't even notice that I was holding the sheet. Great. Will I have to fill out the form again? You know, your observation skill can be much more valuable if you do something useful. Documents, systemization, for example? Ha! You are a master of subtle hints. Why are you so nervous? It's just a table, and a pile of similar papers. Pile, you mean. Leave it as it is. We don't have to do this. We? You think that you take part in my lying on the couch? By lying on the couch. Our club suffers from such attitude. Who wants to join a club where all the members do is nothing? I mean, if it's one of those like Japanese schools, which it isn't because it's set in America, where you have to join a club, then hey, you might do it. Is that a thing in Japan? I think it's like somewhere that you have to join some club. If I was officially in charge, then I would change everything long time ago. Mandatory attendance every day, intellectual conversations, and analysis of real cases. We are doing great in our little circle. Collection of data and systemization, preparations for school and city events. We could win contests and spread our influence. Besides, that guy from recently, so it's not that bad. Besides, that guy joined recently. We could. Are you alright? You look weird. We could. I felt that someone violated my personal space. Boy, I know that feeling. When did Seth appear in front of me? He crouched down, picked up the form that lied on the floor, and handed it to me. This guy. Okay. David Opossum. Man, they're so young. Like 8, 16. Okay, I'm not twice his age yet. Who can do 100 push-ups? There was the name of the high school student that recently joined the club. David Opossum. Yes, somebody really joined us. But will he stay for at least half a year? Of course, the holidays are coming now, and he will formally be in the club, whether he wants to or not. But in the new school year, he will face the fact that, in reality, our club rather reminds of a place for sloppiness than a serious platform for UFO studies. I don't want him to run away right after his first visit. I think he's our man. Seth grinned and carefully crawled back into the sofa. I didn't even expect him to offer his help. Seth is brilliant in many ways, but definitely not in paperwork. It is impossible to force him to do any routine for at least half an hour. Let's ask for help. Maybe he'll agree if I give him direct orders? Seth, help me sort out the papers. I think they're alright. It doesn't look like that for me. That's why you're the only one who can sort the papers the way you need. He got off so easily. However, there's nothing new. What am I doing? I stand in the middle of the room for a few minutes, already instead of sorting out papers. These chores won't do themselves. I went back to the table and began parsing another stack. This goes to the drawer. That goes to the trash can. Pretty easy. Recycle them! Anybody could do it, but no, it has to be me. I'm sick of it. What's that? I guess inventory? Some kind of list? Right. Looks like the list of our club property. It's kind of weird that you guys got a couch in the school. That is strange. I've never seen it before. And there are some marks. Apparently, someone has checked everything. I don't trust these ticks. I'd better check if everything is in place myself. Couch, 2 tables, curtains, 6 chairs, a drawer with TV, bookcase with books included. I can see it with a naked eye. There are no names of books on the list, though we have a great many listed them, from Space for Dummies to 50 Shades of Grey Fur. What is that movie about anyways? Like, I think it's like some girl who's a bit innocent. She meets like some rich guy who is like really into bondage and he's extremely possessive or something like that. Like, it isn't put as a bad relationship, but it kind of seems like a bad relationship. I don't know, I've never watched it or read it. About the last one, I don't even want to think why Earth Cover put this on the shelf. A pot for a plant without a plant. Check. I have no idea it was here. Maybe life will come there someday, but in all the time I've been a member of the club, nobody tried to do this. It's a time to get rid of this pot. We have enough flowers on the bookcase already. Well, I see I have an aloe vera plant at least. Stationery and folders with papers are in the desk drawer. Telescope is in the storage room. I've seen it recently. The tent and sleeping bags in the number of 4 are there as well. Next on the list is enumeration of different little things that must belong to our girls. I went to the drawer where these things usually were, and I believe that would have to be electric kettle, unless you don't know how to spell electric. 11 mugs. Why do we have so many mugs? We don't even have so many members. Tea, coffee, different sweets in plastic bags and containers. If I see any cockroaches, I'll throw it all away from our room with a clear conscience. Next to food, there's a stack of DVDs. We begged for a TV, mostly to watch these. Ouija board? I know what it is, but I can't remember how to say it. Ouija board? Playing cards, tarot cards, 3 rolls of foil are most useless things perhaps. Board games, that's better. We have 7 of them. Besides, there are console games. They, like the console itself, are not on the list, and will never be. These are Romano's personal belongings, who is, in fact, not even a member of her club. Why is there a tick? I didn't see any home planetariums. I know what a planetarium is, but it's like, isn't it a building? Yeah. I haven't been in one of those things in ages. Sometimes it's in a circle, but then sometimes it's like, this is our solar system and all this stuff, and this is the night sky. And it's like, how the hell do you have a home planetarium? I mean, I guess if you have like some sort of apparatus and it just shines stuff into the onto the ceiling, it could technically be a planetarium. We'd prefer to have it round, just saying. That won't do. Seth, don't we have a planetarium? No? You want to buy one? He didn't stop looking at his phone and replied with a clear disinterest. That's not the point. I think we have to do it somewhere. And apparently a pretty good one. How about asking Todd? He's like, ugh, Todd. I'm serious. Well, yeah. I wouldn't guess it by myself. If only it was that easy. The probability that we'll meet each other for a chat is approximately 5%. Well, that's a bit less than 100%. I rolled my eyes. I have nothing else to do but to find him. But it's pretty late already. There is no one but me and Seth in the room. I don't have anybody to ask for his phone number. He did not even bother to leave his phone number on his phone. Form. I can read. Is he afraid to leave his personal information? That's understandable, but Todd didn't give me his number to me, though I am his deputy. Todd, he's the brightest representative of idleness in our club. He is the head, and, therefore, must be the most motivated. But he isn't. To see him at his workplace is as hard to see as a UFO slowly flying over the school. The room door opened slightly. Ooh, Fox Girl. Boys, are you still here? Is she a teacher? Anyways, what? How lucky. No, not a teacher. Weakness, not interested in politics. Strengths, has gift of persuasion. Get the new number. Yeah, I'm waiting for Kurt. He is stuck at the table. I didn't expect you to come back. How was your shopping? Did you have enough time to empty a couple of bouquets while we were busy out with our chores? Bouquet? Oh, you are so busy with chores, more than anybody. Yes, shopping was wonderful. Look, this necklace. Merope? It's great for you to come back. Wow, what a surprise. Did you really miss me? The stars are on my side today. I didn't miss you. I was doing inventory, and it looks like something is missing. Merope is in the club, is in this club since the very beginning, and she has to know about what's happening. My maybe dyslexia, I'm not sure if I'm dyslexic, but that combined with, ever so slight mistranslations, just like, at least she is beneficial sometimes, and she helps me with cleaning. You are just Mr. Courtesy, Kurt. Keep it that way, and all the girls will throw themselves at your feet. But I'm gay. That is definitely sarcasm. But did I say something wrong? Anyway, it's not important now. It's much more important to deal with this list to finish the paperwork. Let's take a look. She looked over my shoulder. You see, it says we have a planetarium, but we don't. Do you know where it is? Silence. Come on, why do you keep silent for so long? I turned around and met her eyes. She flinched and turned around hastily, making me look at the back of her head. Ooh, where'd you get it? Can't she just answer a straight question? From the table. So, where is it? How suspicious. Maybe she took it home? Yep, she took an entire building home. Metrope anxiously walked around the room, looked around the table and the couch, carefully, but in vain, pretending to be looking for it. It's a building! It was so unconvincing that I didn't understand. What did she try to accomplish? Maybe she's high. It's definitely not in the club room. Indeed. Did you ask Todd? When would I have had the opportunity? He didn't come here for about a week. Actually, I wanted to ask you for his phone number. Metrope hesitated for a moment. He doesn't have a mobile phone. It's too bad. Her voice is so compassionate, but is that true? Even I have a mobile phone. What about his home? I remembered. Before I left, I saw Todd on the roof. It was about 2 hours ago. I think he's still up there. What would he do on the roof for so long? Can't you tell me his... I'm sure he's still there. Maybe you will check it up? If I don't want to share information, then... if you don't want to share information, just say so. I'm sure there's nobody on the roof, but I better see it for myself. Also, I want to just change this background thing because, like, right now I have a white background and it's a bit harder on the eyes. It'd be too stupid to miss the head only because I didn't want to check this option. Okay, I'll take a look. Could you sort the rightmost stack while I'm gone? There are theories written up by Clover. They should be ordered by date and theme. Aw, I'm sorry. I have to go now. I think you'll handle it perfectly. Having said that, she vanished from my field of view. Come on. Why did Marubi come back at all? She didn't even do anything. Leave it as it is. Clover can deal with her notes herself. Her papers are as chaotic as her mind. She surely won't sort them. This means that you don't have to do anything. Have you heard of nonlinear order? Sometimes you've got something like that in your room. That won't do. Wait a minute. What did you just say? When has my room been a mess? I have to hurry, otherwise I'll miss Todd for sure. Seth is just talented in chattering. He can talk anyone's ears off. I am gone. I only heard a sleepy "good luck." The roof is closed, only at night, in our school, and it surely breaks safety rules. Somebody can accidentally fall down, and the school will have tons of problems. I don't think I've ever seen an American school with roof access. I was surprised to see some kind of movement in the hall. Most of the students aren't home now, and the teachers must be preparing for tomorrow. And bugger! That's twice in a row that I've done it. If you want to suggest any other games, tell me. If you want me to play this game all the way through, then, tell me and I'll give it a point, put it higher on the list. It's, I completely forgot about it. I mean, they say this game is like 2 to 10 hours, which is very wide. Because it's like, it seems like not enough time to, whatever. I was surprised to see some kind of movement in the hall. Most of the students are home now, and the teachers must be preparing for tomorrow. I feel a gaze on me. Oh, that's Kevin. Kevin has no strengths or weaknesses, or it's confusing. I've been lucky to keep meeting him today. If it can be called luck. He always gives me such an unpleasant look. It's annoying. That'd be okay, but I didn't do anything wrong to him. He's angry because our parents had some disagreements at work. What's it got to do with me? However, he can think of what he wants. Yeah, we apparently have roof access in America. There's nobody on the roof. Why am I not surprised? I hope we have just missed each other. At least, it's better than thinking that Metropia's words were a lie. I lean against the fence and close my eyes, listening to the silent rustle of trees and pigeons cooing. Holidays are coming. On the other hand, I'm glad. I am tired of school hassle. Soon, I'll be able to sit at home in peace. Maybe not even at home. It would be great to go somewhere at the weekend. On the other hand, I almost got unaccustomed to the silence of being alone. Since I unofficially became responsible for the UFO study club, everybody tries to get on my nerves. Guys are so disorganized. I'm even afraid they can get in some shady troubles on the holidays. Hello? Before filling my head with that, I have to find the club planetarium. Not a word has been said about it over the entire year. Maybe it has been out of order since a long time ago, and it was just thrown away. Of course, I could have blown off the searches, but what the hell? The club is a mess already, and I have decided to fix it. Then I must see it through. I just don't know where to look for it. Maybe in the storage room? It's surely not in our corner. Maybe somebody's put it in some other club's shelf by mistake. Ideally, I must ask the head about it, but believing in his appearance tomorrow is as naive as believing in Santa Claus. He's real. It's time to go back. After all, I haven't finished cleaning. Besides, Seth must have tried waiting for me. Though the only one who is tired is me. Not every change is for the better. At least the recent appearance of the TV in the room has brought no good so far. Someone else appeared on the couch where I'd left Seth, Romano. It's strange that he is at school. It's pretty late. Involuntarily, I exhaled a deep breath. These two were playing their stupid console games. I was so foolish when I believed Seth and Romano that we really needed to buy a TV. So many documentaries can be watched, they said. So many UFO recordings exist, they said. Sure. Obviously, they're achieving their own cunning goals. They didn't even notice that I came back. The papers were still reproachfully looking at me. Untouched, of course. Only when I sat down behind the table, these two noticed my presence. Seth and Romano took their eyes off the screen for a second and examined me and stared back at the screen. Of course, my person doesn't deserve any more attention. How could I compare with this time eater? Does he actually have wings, or is that just kind of part of his thing? Kurt, where have you been? His long connections serves relations easily. Is often late. 15? He's just a pup. Or a kit. Beautiful eyes. Oh, wow. But yeah, what's up with his wings? I took a walk. How did you end up here? I thought everybody was home a long time ago. I needed to help Samantha with developing photos. She was on deadline. Yeah, Samantha. And for those of you that don't remember the Great Trouble's quick look and side play, she's the love interest of the main character for a hot, well, one-sided. And if you peep on her, bad things happen in more than one way. Because she non-consensually does the main character, and then also this ends up with another student getting murdered, and if you do pick one choice, then the main character goes to jail. Yeah. I mean, you think that Promise is dark because, like, there's a kid that was bullied until death, and then, his ghost exists and wants you to bring present to his mom. But Great Troubles, it's like, I mean, I guess both deal with death, but still, as long as you pick poorly. I mean, yeah, and I guess the main character does die if you, like, drink the thing or get knocked on the back of the head. But anyways, I came to check on you, and I got lucky. You are indeed still here. I'm glad I won't have to go home alone. The bus left a long time ago, and public transport is so overfilled in the evenings. Wait, you guys got public transport? Other people's bodies that strive to bury you under their own weight are everywhere. I mean, that sounds kind of hot, but anyways. I'd better share these wonderful moments with you. We'll stick together till the end, like real fighters. It's amazing how much he manages to say without distracting from the game. I still need to finish the paperwork. Are you sure you want to wait? We won't go without you. Of course, we will wait. So, success? He stared at me questioningly. And wasn't there if that's what you meant. Unsuccess. A series of strange sounds swept by as Seth yawned and put his gamepad aside. I yawned after him. I have unsuccess too. Don't worry, You almost beat me. Let me show you how to make the combo you need. You need to press the button a few times, and then back, up 2. They have returned to the game, and I also must continue my activity. It goes there, and so does this. What's that? Some weird confusing drawing. I'll put it to Clover's papers. It must be her creation. I lost track of time. The sun was setting. A pile was gradually diminishing. Sorry. Sometimes I thought it's like, hey, you want to be filled with poop? Let's finish tomorrow? I flinched. It was the second time for today I didn't notice him coming. It's probably really worth taking a break. I totally lost my vigilance and can make a mistake. I'll never believe that we really have any important documents. You've already spent too much time on this. You're not gonna spend the night here, are you? Hey, I would have done it much faster with your help. But you're right. The prospect of spending the night at school was not very tempting, even though we have a pretty comfortable sofa. Okay. Everyone will certainly come tomorrow. It's the last day of school, after all. They'll come at least for the sake of decency to say goodbye to everyone for the summer holidays. That's when I'll catch them. We'll sort out the papers, and we'll find the planetarium, and we'll wipe the dust and... Wait, I didn't check the storage room. I'll look in the storage room. Maybe the planetarium isn't there. You won't. It's already closed. They won't give you the keys because it's late. We can go back there together tomorrow. I need to put something there too. By the way, what's planetarium? You didn't tell me you had something like that. Actually, we don't have it. Kerr has found some notes that contains a list of our property, which includes a home planetarium that I've never seen. Maybe if I type in home planetarium, it'll show me. Oh, okay. So it's a small ball-like thing on a stand. Or it could be cylindrical. And I could see how you could easily misplace that. Like you could fit it in the palms of your hands, I would suspect. Like if you saw anything but the couch and the TV here. Though, I confess, you definitely saw the telescope. I won't be surprised if Seth will get scolded by Merope for peeking at the sports club trainings. If only at trainings, and not the boys. It would be cool to find it. I had one when I was a child. It's pretty simple though. But it looked great anyways. I remembered the name written in the list. This planetarium is surely more sophisticated. According to its brand, our planetarium must be greater with real constellations, just like it would be. Pretty expensive. Listen, if it's so cool, then it has to be sold somewhere for pretty good money already. Forget it. Why would you even bother? I bother because nobody else would. What now? What now? Should I wait for everything else to be stolen? Nobody will ever steal anything now. You are like a dragon on a pile of gold, always there and constantly on guard. That's great. Nevertheless, the planetarium needs to be found. That won't do. Suit yourself. Kerr would be a very grumpy dragon. A dragon without a planetarium. Without a planetarium yet. Why grumpy? I'm not grumpy. I would be a regular dragon who would never be robbed. And you guys would be a dragon with internet addiction and a dragon with couch addiction. He hoards couches. Hey, I'm not gonna live here. Maybe we can go home already? The bus came just in time, and was surprisingly empty. We took our usual seats in the back. I'm at the window. Seth is next to me, and Roma sits next to Seth. Before the bus even drove off, Romano began telling Seth everything that happened to him in the day. He is shooting with a long burst of words, and doesn't even give the chance to catch breath, keeping on giving his speeches. The bus went. She was just a demon. I missed the beginning, and now I don't understand who he's talking about. Romano has thousands of acquaintances. Try to guess. Working overtime isn't for you, is it? You used to say otherwise. Say, Samantha asked me for her help. I am going to be your hero. I mean, you could find out her secret if that's what you're into. Or, I look forward to working with her. Samantha is such a professional. It's all clear, Samantha. I remember her, a high school student from his photo club. Quite a bright person. I'm gonna turn it down just a smidge. But it's nice to be a hero. I didn't think that club was so much work for a summer. Work is okay, but she's acting weird lately. Like she's a loose cannon, very strict. Usually she's quite cute, according to your stories. She is. Maybe she's just tired. Cheer up. When we have the opportunity to work with her again. True, the main thing is that she and the others will have less work left for the next year. You never know how it'll be after in the fall. I can read. And you should help Kurt more. It will make him happy. He talks about me like I don't sit right next to him and don't hear their words right now. But I agree with his advice. Yep, I'll be the happiest fellow in the world. So stop sacking off. Sounds like I'm not talking too much. Anyways, that would be rad. But the school year is over. We have to say goodbye to the club. Club activities will be waiting throughout the whole holidays. You can be sure. Seth made a displeased face and turned to Romano, letting me know that the conversation about the club was over. Okay then. I began looking at the streets outside the window, hearing their voices, not listening to the conversation. Hello, home. I didn't miss you at all, but I'm glad to see you anyway. It's a perfect time to air you. I can't imagine how to survive in such stuffiness. I opened the windows, letting the cries of the seagulls last rays of sun and fresh air in. Where have I heard this music before? It would be great to turn all the air conditioners on full, but as luck would have it, they broke right before my parents' departure. Oh, that sounds terrible. I remember going to my mom's house at one time, and right around that time, both air conditionings busted. So we had like 1 to 2 days of no air conditioning. I don't think it was summer. I think it might have been fall or something like that. But still, it was like, holy cow, this sucks balls. Also, when we lost power in Texas during the summer again after a hurricane for about like a bit less than a week, I had chocolate in my room and it melted. Yay, living in Texas sucks balls. It would be okay if only one was out of order, but they broke all at once. It doesn't look like a coincidence. Seth stayed at his place today. That's why I have to fight the fridge one-on-one. Huh? And I forgot to go to the store on the way home again. I hope there is something that looks like food in the kitchen. On the way to the kitchen, I noticed something was wrong. Is it me, or was the phone really blinking? It is. Did my parents leave a voicemail? Thinking about it, we haven't spoken for a few days. Usually, they call me at least once every 2 days to let me know they are doing alright and check that I haven't starved to death. Before their business trips, they always put a tiny sum on my card for me to eat out. Wait, do they work at the same company or something? It seems weird that they would leave, like, a high school student alone at home. For, like, what, weeks? But isn't that stupid to spend so much money on food? So I don't. It's much easier to buy products and cook something myself. But the truth is, the top of my culinary abilities is sandwich with salami, cheese, and a sliced tomato. Man, this guy's an entire chef. He doesn't do ramen. And dill on top, of course. Unlike me, Seth knows how to cook, more or less, which is often helpful. Often, but not today. I press the play button, looking forward to hear my parents' tired voices. Mr. Hilmer, hello, this is Jordan Riley from Pharma LA Company. Earlier, we talked about... it's a business call. Give me a call at that number. Have a nice day. There's no word of emergency, but I'd better give this information to Father. I dialed Dad's number. Busy. I texted him. Where was my bag? I put my hand in my pocket of my backpack, grabbed for the phone, and took it, and typed a short message. Sent. What's next? So, the fridge. Almost empty. There's some peanut butter left. It would be a sin not to finish it. The answer came surprisingly quickly. Thanks. Pretty short. What can I say? But usually he does not get off one word. They must be really busy. My parents are not very often invited to business trips at the same time, even though they work in the same clinic. So, if I don't eat now, I won't survive till tomorrow. Then nobody will put the club room in order for sure. I threw a wet towel on the chair. I better not forget to lay it out to dry. The shower didn't help to make the dryness away, take the dryness away at all. I'm not capable of doing anything now. My limit is to close the windows and sprawl on the bed. It's great that the club chores will certainly end tomorrow. I need to catch the heads by any legal and illegal means as well. Maybe I should meet him at the school entrance. But then I have to come earlier. I don't know when exactly he'll come. It's weird remembering like being in like high school or something like that, or like middle or lower school, and I would always have those not really nightmares, but kind of nightmares where it's like you wake up, in the beginning of summer, and the nightmare is, and here's the first day of school. And it's like, but I haven't had summer yet. How can the end of school come? Or the beginning of school come? Also, fuck me. I keep having uncomfortable dreams where I'm back at work, and it's like, oh, I'm back at work, I'm employed, game for employment, and then, wake up, it's like, right, never mind. Tomorrow, all the classes have approximately the same schedule. It would be wiser to get taught after the homeroom. All grades have it all the very same time before the holidays. That'll do it. What was there? I reached my phone listlessly. Oh, that's his phone. It's like, wait, cat noise? There are plastic flamingos in the living room now. The aunt brought them. What the hell? What flamingos? Why? I scrolled lower and saw a photo. Isn't that all? Kurt, you won't believe it. That's hilarious. Just look at that. He's so cute, not even suspecting what's going to happen now. LOL. And then he mews plaintively. God, he's so cute. What do you think? I think it's just wonderful. Are there cats here? Oh wait, there are cats. And he's looking at the cameraman like, why are you doing this? Just like Seth, when you push him off the club couch. So there are cats in this universe, instead of just cat people. And look at these! Got sent to me from Tumblr. Okay, so the first one's the intro picture to Great Troubles. The other ones I don't see. Why, Romano, you know that I'm not interested in this at all. It would be much better to send Seth. I absolutely Don't know what to respond to such messages. Oh, will the stream of funny videos and pictures ever end? After a bunch of meaningless messages, my eyes caught to a familiar name. By the way, about Seth, have you talked to him about Summer yet? I mean, have you discussed the plans? We haven't discussed anything yet. Usually, Seth goes abroad with his family for a few weeks. Is Seth the guy with the glasses? Probably this year will be the same. Dryness overcame me. I don't want to answer anything. Romano hangs in his social media for 24 hours a day. He surely would when typing on the phone Olympics if it really existed. I was always amazed by those who can generate thousands of sentences on different topics so easily. He must be an extrovert. Extrovert. And that's not it's only about messages. His friends are also counted with hundreds of photos with thousands and photos with thousands. Where does Orlando get so much free time? And frivolity. Posting so much personal data on the internet is stupid. I'm tired of never-ending data flow. Social media is evil. There's nothing that can hurt me in the future on my page. Also, charge your phone, man. Even while chatting with the guys online, I never wrote anything really personal. Besides, I registered here only for Romeo and Seth, but they wouldn't convince me yet that this thing is really necessary. You fell asleep? Good night. See you tomorrow. Woo. Yes, I am asleep. Well, almost asleep. Accompanied by a slight feeling of hunger, I hugged my pillow and closed my eyes. Hunger for justice. I stand still, afraid to take a step and reveal my location. Right now, I'm at the very center of the layer. Any mistake will result in my elimination. I shouldn't be here and watch them working. No, please, don't do that. I'm innocent. Don't stick it up my bottom. There was an elderly man in a chair. His hands and legs were tied. Guards with rifles were standing next to him. Tough guys. I heard a sound of footsteps. Got tense. Somebody's coming out from the shadows. Mr. President? He folds a folder with papers I've seen before, but he holds. These secret documents could instantly stop the war. Ah, you did a great job. Found out so much. So sad you have to die for that. Why? This agent could have saved our country. Why execute him? Ah, now it's clear. The war is beneficial to the state. I will expose them. I can smell a rat nearby. Damn, I was spotted. Well, it depends on how good we are. We'll come out and fight. I'm not running away. Stop. Hands up. I draw my samurai sword, and the guards freeze in fear. Come on, take him. They can't stand against me. Neither can you. The president noticed my sword and shanked down, dropping the folder. Sank down? Yeah. The important papers fell on the floor. One sheet landed right on my flip-flop. I took it and couldn't believe my eyes. That's the cats Romano sent me yesterday. Does he work for the government too? Gotcha, Kurt. My friend sneaked from behind and bashed me over the head. Romano, how can you? I even lent you money for pudding. Everything went black and... Is it morning already? I got up and wiped the sweat from my forehead. I was dreaming some nonsense. I took a look at my phone and noticed the blinking screen. A message? I heard the signal while I was sleeping, so somebody really texted me. What you doing? A message from Seth at 2 o'clock in the morning. That's weird. He knows perfectly well that I go to bed early. Was he really so bored that he decided to wake me up? It's pointless to answer now. I put the phone down. Everything went wrong since the very morning. The toothpaste slipped off the brush and fell in the sink. The table treacherously blocked my pinky finger's way. The omelette was burnt and went into the garbage. I don't believe in destiny, but something tells me today isn't the best day of my life. I wouldn't be surprised if Merope says that Aquarius has an inaquacious horoscope for today. It's time to go already, but I stand in the kitchen, wearing pajamas and saying goodbyes to my breakfast. A pathetic scenery, but I put myself together. I will be hungry, but I won't be late. Dog. Even though I've recently cut my hair, it still feels too hot. The sun burns mercilessly, heating the bus window and burning everything behind it. Creaking of the old vehicle's Facelli's wheels drown out the girls' happy voices, and voluntarily listen to conversations. That's what she told me. Hey, are you listening? He liked my profile picture. Can you imagine that he visited my profile? I wish his girlfriend noticed it. Shame on you. Have you ever tried to wear such heels? It's hard. Yesterday, we were learning a new dance. Of course, you missed the rehearsal, but that's okay. You'll catch up with us in no time. I want to sleep so much. I was so upset. I thought I wouldn't go anywhere today, but my mother made me. Do you like my skirt? I jumped, realizing that we've passed that Seth stop. We always go to school on the bus together. He would warn me if he was late. I was seized by fear. Nothing happened to him, did it? Without opening contacts, I dialed the right number from memory. Who is so fearless to wake me up? He's just sleeping. I'm most embarrassed that I began worrying so easily. Listen, why do I have to wake you up? The bus you need left a long time ago, and so did I. Homeroom's in 20 minutes. I see you. I'm getting up. He yawned loudly. I won't be surprised if he falls back asleep. Come on, quickly. Feel lonely without me? Yeah, very lonely, so hurry up. He gave a chuckle. You should have heard your grumbling. You could have tried to say it kindly. I dropped the call. Next time, I won't talk to him on the phone. It's annoying. I put the phone back down, involuntarily immersed in other people's conversations again. He's so pretty. Do you think he'll smile at me if I stare at him? It's more likely he'll get scared. Stop molesting guys in buses. Stop molesting guys in pussies. Where are you going on vacation this summer? Romano stop was left behind. Did they conspire or what? I took out my phone. Where are you? The bus has already left. Your homeroom, remember? SMS has woke me up. Thanks. Well, the teacher will scold me for sure. I'll be soon. What are those nightbirds doing that they couldn't get up in time? They were banging. Hello? I'm unused to go without sonorous Romeo and relaxed Seth. Their voices aren't pleasant to listen to, unlike the voices of strangers. The bus stopped, and I'm going to just turn it down a bit more. Because I like to at least hear my voice, you know? The bus stopped and took on many passengers that will now be bursting at the seams. The big guy sat down next to me and literally pressed me into the glass. Ooh. How can anyone that big be a student at all? Great. Wonderful. I think with us being in school and us being past the 45-minute mark by a bit, I mean, usually well, let's go on, at least for another scene. School day began at the Simba Hall. The principal and a couple of teachers summed up the results of the year, praising the excellent students and threatening to expel the bad ones. Year after year, nothing changes. It seems that they even mention the same last names. After half an hour of talking about nothing, we're about to go to our classes. Unlike my expectations, Seth wasn't late for the homeroom. I won't be surprised if he came by cab, or even with a personal driver. Still, don't get why he comes with us on the stuffy bus while having such opportunities. Here, as usual, we were told how to behave on holidays, what to do for everything to be alright, and what not to do to avoid getting to jail. Like, I don't know, killing another student. We hear that that every year, even the president's New Year's speech is more interesting. During the boring speech, Romano pushed into the classroom and was punished for that. He wasn't allowed to sit down until the end of the lesson. Besides him, Blue got scolded for literally counting crows. He was so carried away by looking at the birds outside the window, he didn't hear what the teacher was saying. Again, nothing new. As a result, I had to look for Todd myself. Seth left to discuss something with her homeroom teacher. For some reason, Romano ran to his club. Looks like Photo Club has plenty of work to do. I came to the door I needed. Here's the club head's classroom. I hope that I'll be luckier this time. A petite girl came out of the room. She's so small. Okay, not a scene change, but yeah, we're getting closer. So, with a new character involved, I think that's a good time to call it. So, that's going to be the end of this quick look. So, please comment, guys, like, comment, if you like, dislike, tips, otherwise. If you like my YouTube and would like to see it grow, then please like, subscribe, and check out this epic grow. Please remember to ban your animals help control the pet population. And if you want to play this game, it's available free on intro. And that's pretty much it. So, next up, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I might need to look for more games. At least I like to make it run down the list before I, beg for new ones. Number 3. So, we're gonna turn this one off. Boop. We're gonna close this. Boop. Flaming. Okay. Put this into quick look. And then I guess we go all the way down here because it's probably like most free visual novels. Click. Flaming Flagon. A game about... Let me just turn down the audio just a smidge. Boop, boop, boop. Flaming Flagon VN. Oh, it's the one with the Arcanine Daddy. Hoo-woo. Flaming Flagon is currently getting monthly updates on page... Okay. About Flaming Flagon. The core aspect of Flaming Flagon is socializing, cooking, and adventuring. By socializing, I mean lots of possible romance, and hot woo encounters. Okay, it seems like this game is entirely Pokemon. Because characters are like an Arcanine guy. I guess Blaziken? Basically, big cat guy. And there's a big horse guy who... Hopefully... I was gonna say hopefully you don't meet because I'd have to censor something. Because, like, that doesn't leave anything to the imagination. A Lucario... some blue guy... Some leaf guy... Is that Rhydon? I don't know. He's Poiple. Ooh, and a Zigzagoon. Ooh, and a Houndoom. Or something like that. And then another guy? Liking these guys so far. Oh, okay. It doesn't exactly say their species. Well, I wonder if the Pokemon Company is going to sue these people. Because they're suing, what is it? Who are the guys? Yeah, Pow World. Because of, I don't know, either capturing creatures with balls or because, you know, some of the animals look so much like Pokemon. Because when I remember when I first saw it, I was like, oh, so Niantic or the Pokemon Company is giving them guns? Like, that's what I literally thought when I first saw it. I was like, oh, these are different animals? But yeah, anyways, sorry for that tangent. If you want to play this game, it's available free on itch.io. But if you want to support the people that make this game and or get the newest version earlier, you can go to Patreon, where it's $5 a month. Hyena. And until next time, another quick look. Me, Game 6 of some other game, that being Flaming Flagon. So, thanks and see ya.